Ujuani, this is Kathy Chavers, your tribal chairwoman, with an Thursday update from the RTG here. And I'd like to do an update first for our safe shelter program that we implemented. And just some questions that have been commonly asked because it's a new program that we just put out. First, if you're under the age of 50, the program will need medical documentation based on the CDC guidelines that this person has an underlying. Wait, no, let me start over again. If you are under the age of 50, you will need medical documentation from a physician stating that based on the CDC guidelines, this person has an underlying health condition or medical condition that makes him or her high risk for COVID-19. One of the other questions we're having with the Safe Shelter program is the documentation of the purchase and a written statement if it's a new purchase or replacing an item. That's what you need to send with the application. If it's a repair or installation, we need a quote or estimate from a licensed technician or contractor. If the person is one of these and doing the work themselves, we will need their name of their business. We cannot make checks out directly to the person or the individual, it will go to the business. Please check to make sure your application is complete and the necessary boxes are checked and all documentation is attached before sending it in. For those of you who sent in an application already and it is incomplete, you will have received a call from the Safe Shelter program staff, and that is Ed Villabrin or Beverly Steele, letting you know what needs to be done in order for it to be a completed application. Also, we cannot accept purchases or repairs that were done prior to September 17th. And all worker repairs need to be completed by or before December 31st, 2020. One of the issues we're having with this COVID funding through the BIA and CARES Act monies that the tribes are receiving and everybody's receiving is that these funds have to be spent by December 31st, 2020. There's been advocacy done to have the timeline pushed out through, through the Congress or whatever, or through the Treasury Department, but they will not extend that time period. So that's why there's such a push to have everything done by December 31, 2020. The other thing that we are doing is a laptop program, and this is for our students who are in post-secondary institutions or schools across country. And if you are getting scholarship program funding, Bois Forte scholarship program funding, a letter has been sent to you, and the contact for this program is Leanne Hoffman at the Tribal Government Building here at 218-757-3261. We did have some concerns with regards to the how can I say this, the allergy, cold season, flus, what have you. What we're seeing is that if you have any kind of allergies or flu or cold symptoms, please go in and get them checked. They're very similar to the COVID, and the best bet is to be safe, and better safe than sorry. The other thing is that we had our public health nurse, you've heard about how this is not really serious, it's the same as the flu, what have you, but this morning we had our emergency response committee meeting, and our public health nurse did a comparison to deaths by the flu and deaths by COVID, just within the state of Minnesota. And in a 9-month period for the flu, there were about approximately 90,000 deaths, 60 to 90,000 I should say, deaths from the flu. And that's during a 9-month period. During a 6-month period with the COVID or COVID-19 virus, there's been over 200,000 deaths. So that's in a comparison. It is a real virus, it is serious, and so please take it seriously. The other thing we're running into is the boom is coming from college age students or individuals between the ages of maybe anywhere from 18 to 22, 24. If you have college age students, we were just reminded this morning that, and they're going out to their institutions or their colleges that they're attending, make sure that they don't have any symptoms. If they're coming to your homes or visiting on weekends or during a break, and if they do have symptoms, please refer them to a medical provider to get tested. but also keep them away from the vulnerable people in your home, like your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandpa, those with underlying health conditions. This is where the surge is coming, is from the younger population. So we want to ensure that you guys all are safe and have those options. The other thing is there's been tribal consultation with regards to the vaccine with healthcare providers and with tribal leaders. And the vaccine, there will be 2 options for the tribes to get the vaccine once it's approved. That vaccine can be either purchased or obtained through the state or through the IHS. So right now we're trying to determine which way the tribe will go, Bois Forte will go, but we don't know what that is right now. The vaccine program is being called Operation Warp Speed, and the facilities or the pharmaceutical companies that are doing all this testing and research will have it FDA approved, and it could be a possible 2-shot series. We've heard that, but we won't know until the trials are done. The other thing I want to say is that we are also going to be doing a wild rice mental health program. We did purchase over 19,000 pounds of green wild rice for our COVID wild rice distribution program. And so we are also going to be included, our mental health has ordered packets or boxes of things for the band members to get along with the wild rice. We are still waiting for the mental health supplies to come in, but you can anticipate that these will be mailed at a later date yet to be determined once we have everything in and ready to go. The other thing is, these aren't really COVID related, but just an update. We will be doing a soft launch of our new website for Bois Forte, possibly early next week, but it's going to be kind of a bare bones. It's not completed, but we wanted to get it launched, so possibly early next week or the week after. We have been also doing some preparations or planning or talking regarding the state of the band this year. This year, the state of the band will probably be done through Zoom or virtual or WebEx or whatever, but there will be no in person at this time, no meal. Everything will be done online, Facebook, or what have you. The date has been set for January 21st. And we also have, due to some of our buildings being constructed in our public works area here in Net Lake, the tribal council has passed a resolution to have that be a no hunting zone. And so effective immediately, it used to be called for us old people, Joe Rory's Field, but where the public works department is, we are having buildings constructed for storage and other bus garage, car wash or bus wash. So those buildings and that area will be off limits for hunting, and there will be signs posted there. Voter registration, we really encourage everybody to do their voter registration online. For Minnesota, the deadline is October 13th, but please check with your state to see what the deadline is. It's very important that you vote and get registered online to vote in this upcoming election on November 3rd. It's very important for Indian country especially. We would also like to state that today is the 34th anniversary of Fortune Bay, so we want to wish them happy anniversary. And 34 years Fortune Bay has been here, so it's kind of amazing to see. Every Thursday now, Jean Goodsky, our spiritual advisor, will be having Zoom sessions, and today at 2 o'clock, and it will also be videoed and taped. There will be a Jingle dress dance event today with Daryl Kingbird from Red Lake, Jean Goodsky, and there will also be some Jingle dress dancers. We are having that at the Net Lake School Gymnasium today, practicing social distancing. For those that miss it, it will be on Facebook Live, and it will also be on Facebook later, but they're also talking about possibly doing a CD or something to do that. So we are dealing with the issues here on the reservation with the staff for carpooling and vacation. That information will be getting out, but staff will be allowed to take vacations. COVID is everywhere. We know it's here. We know it's everywhere. We just ask that people practice social distancing and wear their masks. There will be things coming out regarding information to our staff, and this is only for our staff regarding carpooling, and that will be out today via email. The other thing, last thing I'd like to say is that we also have been very fortunate. We have no positive cases right now. I will continue to say this after every video that I do, that we want to continue to practice social distancing, wear our masks, and be safe, use hand sanitizer, wash your hands. It's very important, and as you know and you hear through the news media, wearing masks and social distancing works. So take it seriously. It's not a fluke. It's way worse than the flu. And the upcoming season, we'll probably see an increase in testing because we don't know if we have colds, flu, or the virus, but please get tested if you experience the symptoms. Please be safe and have a good day. And I want to say Miigwech, first of all, last but not least, to our community. Our community has been very great in doing what we ask them to do, and I want to say Miigwech to everybody in Nett Lake and Vermilion and the surrounding communities and towns. And we will continue to try to get information out to everybody that we can, either on our Facebook page, our website, or what have you. But please, if there's more that we can do, let us know. And I hope you all have a good day and have a great weekend, and I'll look forward to talking to you next week. Miigwech, have a great day. Bye. Stay safe.